So could you tell me, like, the overall short and long-term goals of the program?
Well, so our short-term goals for, like, the next semester, we're trying to recruit more volunteers so we can reach more kids. And then also, right now, we're doing the Scholastic Reel program at one school, and so our goal is to expand it to all 5 schools. And then long-term, we want to, long-term goal is expanding the number of kids we can reach. Also getting more funding for the program, more grants and things like that. And then eventually we want to try to have more programming at each day. So now they just kind of read and then play literacy games, but we want it to be maybe have group activities and crafts or something like that to make it more interactive. So.
You talked about the REAL program. Could you explain a little bit what that is?
Yeah, here I actually have. So we got a grant from the Women's Giving Circle for $10,000, which is a group on campus that gives out grants for philanthropies. And so we're using it to pilot this program at one school right now at Asbel. And what happens is the kids get one grade level book once a month, and they're brand new Scholastic books, and they get to keep them. So they're not just reading at the literacy program, but they actually get to keep reading at home and kind of build their libraries. And then the books come with these student guides that have different things like questions and little activities that they can do, like things to fill out, and different stuff to do. And then they also come with mentor guides that have crafts you can make, questions to ask the kids as you read, and things like that. So really kind of taking literacy program and giving them something that they can keep. So we're doing that at one school, and we want to do it at all 4 in the fall. Yeah, so this is something new that I just started this semester. So we're really excited about it, and it's been going well at Asbel. So I think it'll be great to do it at every school.
And would you need another grant to put it through the other schools, or?
Well, no, we have enough with this grant to do a pilot for one semester and then to do it at all the schools next year. But then the next year we would need to get another grant. So we're working on applying for them now.
Okay, so do you apply for a lot of grants and just see sort of what you can get? Is that most of the funding you have?
We do get some money from PAB, which is Program Allocations Board, and they do the funding for Volunteer Action Center as a whole. And then ASG, the Lectures Committee, the concerts, we get money from them. But we got a $4,000 grant from Dollar General Literacy Foundation in the fall, and then we found out about this one in the fall. So with the Dollar General one, we bought more books, we bought another office computer because we have 4 people working up here, and we bought we bought this laminator, which we've used to make the literacy games. So that's something new probably since you volunteered. We have, instead of trying to get them to read for the whole hour, which is really hard, we have literacy games at every school. So they can we have these little cards where they can make words, make sentences. We have Mad Libs, all with dry erase markers.
Oh, okay.
So.
People that don't know, can you kind of explain how a student could get involved, just as a mentor, one of the volunteers?
Yeah, it's really easy. We do applications at the beginning of every semester, starting probably the first week or first 2 weeks back, and going until 6 weeks. We try to give them a month and a half to do the application, and all you have to do is fill out the application, and it's basically just your name and contact information, and then you choose what day you want to volunteer, and then you attend an orientation session on the day that you volunteer with the other volunteers from your school, so you can kind of get to know each other, set up carpools if you need to, and then you have to get your license scanned at the Boys and Girls Club, and then you can start volunteering.
So you sort of said that there's a reading time and then the literacy games. Is that sort of all that happens in the hour, or Yeah,
we give a lot of flexibility to the volunteers at the schools because like, just talking to education professors, like, if the kid is really frustrated and just can't read anymore, like, if you force them to read, that's going to make them hate it.
Right.
So we're trying to let the volunteers kind of build their own schedule, but we ask that they do at least 30 minutes of reading if it's possible. And then if your kid wants to keep reading, like, definitely do that. But if you are having trouble with them, like, why don't you suggest, oh, let's play a literacy game, or even something like having a ball and, like, spelling out spelling words as you, like, throw it back and forth. Like, you're still doing something educational, but you're not, like, sitting there reading. So we are trying to have them build more of, like, a relationship with the student, like a mentor. So, like, a lot of times volunteers will spend time, like, talking to the kids, just like, you know, how was your day? What did you do this weekend? Like, oh, are you excited for spring break? And I think that adds a lot because the kid feels like you're not just some stranger who comes and reads with them,
Right.
but you're like their friend.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What kind of elementary school students get involved? How are they, like, do they sort of ask to be involved, or are they chosen in some way?
Well, we do it at the Boys and Girls Club program after school, so that's, like, out of all the kids at the elementary school, that's already, like, a separate group, just based on if their parents are working or whatever. And then we work with the Boys and Girls Club staff to kind of pair people. So, like, at most schools, all the kids participate. It just depends on what day that they read.
Right.
But if there are too many kids, like if there's like 40 kids in the after-school program and we only have 20 volunteers, we'll kind of try to work, sometimes we can work with the principal and see like what kids they think would benefit most from the literacy program. So it kind of just depends on the school.
Right. Okay, well, is there anything else that we didn't cover that you want to add?
Well, it's like I mean, I guess just like for your speech, like you can talk, it's like only 1 hour once a week, and it's really easy. And like something that I guess I'd forgotten, but Becca reminded me of. So like when she started the program, it's because she heard about this statistic that in some states they use the literacy rates of third graders to determine, or like as a part of their calculation for how many jail cells they'll need in the future.
Oh, wow.
So there's like they've like noted, or like studies have shown that there's like that much of a correlation between like your success in school at third grade and then like your future life.
Right.
So like we've been trying to like tell the volunteers like you're not just like, you know, you're not just influencing their life like right now, like you can like help set them on like a path to success for like years to come. And like, you know, kids who do well in school have a like less chance of like being in like crime and things like that. So I think that's like something kind of persuasive and cool, and like I think it's really rewarding, and like developing that relationship really helps you. And like again, like personal benefits for students, like it looks good. It looks really good on a resume to have like 20 or 25 service hours for a semester. So I would really encourage a lot of people to do it.